So I just flew into Homer, Alaska here. I want to catch a fish, so I went over to the bait shop and got some hooks and stuff so we could catch some halibut. And I thought I'd head down to the docks and just see if we get lucky, and maybe there's somebody that wants to take us out. How about this guy? Hey sir, I see you have a boat all powered up. You want to go fishing? I got a bag of goodies. And
who are you?
I think we could catch some fish. I'm Jackery Fowler.
Hi.
And
Hey,
you are?
Eivin Kilcher.
You look familiar.
What is happening right now?
There's a bear right there.
It leaves your life very unpredictable.
Ivan, do you copy?
I kind of started thinking the worst.
Where's the gun? Get the gun! Oh my God!
Now we really don't have a place to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I've been on TV before.
Oh, me too.
Weird.
Like, I think we should be friends.
Hey, you want to hang out?
Let's hang out, man.
Let's
All right,
do it.
let's do it. Let's go catch some
All right,
fish.
let's go.
All right, that was a total setup, right? I flew up here. Ivan and I ran into each other at a, what was it, a survival expo?
Yeah, Survival Expo, like, yeah.
10 years ago now? 9?
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Like that.
And so we've been randomly talking every year or so about how we're gonna do something, maybe hang out.
And we also randomly have daughters with the same first name.
Yeah, at this almost like within
the same time.
6 months apart or something.
Yeah.
You know, and so we finally pulled the trigger on it, and I flew all the way up here for the first time in Alaska. I have only been on the ground for what?
2 hours,
Yeah.
something like that. So,
so
we're going out on the boat. We're gonna try to catch some fish.
We're powered up. We got some rods, got some live bait, some jigs, glow jigs and stuff. Let's have a new adventure. You can hit the ramp. Look at those motors. Brand new Honda 350 V8s. Now these are what, a new model of some sort?
Yeah, brand new model. Yeah, they just came out with the 350 this year, and I was getting about 1 mile per gallon, and now I'm getting like 1.5 miles per gallon, which I know you compare that to like a car, which is like, oh, 30 miles per gallon this car gets, and when boats only get like 1 mile per gallon, and you're fighting for 0.5 mile per gallon. But still, when it costs $1,000 to fill the tank,
Yeah.
30% is a lot.
That's huge. That's so huge. We're on the Fair North Rose, which is a combination of several different things the name comes from. I was saying
It's my daughter's middle name is Rose, and my son's middle name is Fair North, which was also their grandparents' middle names, Ewell Fair North, which he gave to himself when he came to Alaska. He fared north. When he immigrated to the United States, he knew he was going to fare north, and so he gave himself that middle name, and it is also my son's middle name. And then Rose is Sparrow's middle name and her grandmother's middle name. And then it also has cool mariner connotations to fare, F-A-R-E, to fare north. Since we're in Alaska, this boat fares north oftentimes. And then Rose, the compass rose, which is the emblem on the side. So it's got a...
It's like a nesting doll of names. You got like they're all nested within each other, of like all kinds of heritage in their family. Sparrow's middle name, my Sparrow's middle name, is Nettle. And Nettle
cool.
Joy. Which is very good because right now she's very prickly. And was it you're saying we might be able to get on some nettles for some picking
definitely,
some so doing some wild stuff. Nice chart built into the table.
We got this down there. There's 3 bunks down there.
That's crazy. This thing is built like a tank.
Yeah.
Full HDP like cutting board kitchen counter area with sink and cooktop. Oven.
Make blueberry muffins.
Ooh.
Right after we pick wild blueberries.
Oh, come on.
And make blueberry muffins.
Nice. Little sea otters out there bopping around, having a good time. Anybody recognize that from Deadliest Catch?
God help us out here. On the Time Bandit.
That's like my dream retirement boat. It's something like a big giant fishing trawler and just like have a thing that'll move your car off onto the dock anywhere and just like not to sail. I hate sailing. I've never been a huge sailor. I have to admit a lack of knowledge about the Deadliest catch and not even know. I'm like, yeah, the Time Bandits from that Disney movie.
Time Bandits is an awfully good film.
Somebody named their boat after it. That's cute. So we're looking at some good. Are we going? Where are we going to start with?
We're gonna start like in here.
Right there?
Yeah, we're gonna start here and we're gonna kind of just drift. We might go over here, drive over here, and then the tide's moving this way across here, and so we'll kind of drift through here and try jigging for some rockfish and halibut kind of through this section right there.
Yep. What a magical little feel to it. It's, you know, you can't see very far. And it feels a little bit like Maine, where there's the cliffs and the little spruce trees everywhere. Eivin said there was all this old growth there not too many years back, and now it's all some, what did you say it was? Beetles got on?
Beetles, yeah,
Yeah.
some beetles bored into the trees and killed millions of acres of forest just within a couple years.
So it's all a fresh start out there, and we're gonna rig up because we're on a mission. I have a new toy for this adventure, sent to me by Pissy Fun here, the Kraken.
Release the Kraken.
And apparently, it's electric. So it can do some of the reeling for you, and then when you get to the top, you fight the fish the rest of the way. I don't know if that's a spoiler over the adventure. What do you think?
I love it.
You like it? He likes it because he wants to get out there and try it on squid like 1,000 feet down. But today, we'll try it on some of this rockfish and halibut and see how much fun it is. I love the reeling. I never have complained about reeling my arm off until I'm so sore the next day that I feel like I got fisherman's elbow. That's the version of tennis elbow for fishermen. But
Yeah, but you haven't reeled up a barn door before either.
which is our goal.
When Eivan says barn door, he's not kidding. Alaskan halibut can get extremely large. They're the big brother to the flounder that you've seen me catch in South Carolina, which only get about 18 inches on the big end. And just like the flounder, both of their eyes are on the same side of their head. But they're not actually born like that. When they're born, the eyes are on either side of the head, and they migrate around to the top side of the fish. This allows them two eyes watching upward as they hug the seafloor, remaining camouflaged until they attack their prey.
Like I got big Gaitaku paper, so we can print like a 8-footer, 200-pound.
Yeah.
And if we have to, we'll print with 2 pieces of paper stuck together or something. It'll be interesting.
That would be pretty sweet.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. Like that, it threads through. Look at that. It threads through the rod. So you come up from your reel here, through the rod, and then through a set of eyes down below. Strange.
There's another way we fish for halibut here, and we put a weight on this one, tie this one off to the fishing line, some bait down here, but this whole rig I feel like is more likely to get hung up on the bottom, so we're gonna try, we're just gonna try jigging for a little bit and see if we can get a rockfish or a smaller halibut. That way we got something to cook.
Like it. So it's a little light. Oh, there you go. And then when the 2 terminals are in the water, it allows the current to flow, and a little blinky. I'm just gonna thread that onto my line and then tie on one of these guys. Are we tying them on with that knot?
Yep.
What was that called?
Paloma knot. I called it a polymer knot.
I thought it was a Palmer.
Palmer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Arnold Palmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a square. And then over it?
Yep, that goes over all
Over
of it.
Alright.
Bingo.
And then
Yep, and it'll cinch down. Just pull it, just pull the whole thing. Yep.
And we got a pro tip from the guy at the shop. He says, don't, well, this one's a little different, so it does kind of slide over the hook, but don't mess with jamming it on there too far, because the fish will hit it and tear the tail off, and you get more use out of it if you don't push it down on there too far.
I jammed it on there.
You did?
A little
Yeah, well, this one's different than the other ones. Those were shorter. Got my little electronic motor for it. And that goes in a little pouch.
Let's put a bead on it. You ever put a bead on?
Yeah, so they don't smash into the eyes?
Yeah.
Oh, I love putting beads on. I don't understand when people don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one goes in that one.
They make it pretty easy.
Yeah, so far so good. Let's see what happens when we turn it on. If it's like, you know,
Yeah.
like the controls for the Death Star, like which one does which?
Boring conversation anyway.
This has to be the biggest tackle I've tied on, I think. Outside of, well, no, I've tied on some shark tackle.
Well, you're in Alaska. We catch big fish.
Yeah.
We're shaking the kinks out. That's what we're doing right now. That's why I was like, I'm gonna get Zach off the plane and we're just gonna go out and start having fun. Or I mean, I was gonna go down to my boat and just think about fishing and see if some random guy walked up.
That does feel really secure. That's a nice knot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start using that more. There we go. That's our rig. We got a little flasher here when it gets wet. We got our flasher, beads, we can't reel it into the eye, swivel, and our little wormy. Let's catch a fish.
Today's video is made possible by our friends at Jackery. Jackery solar generators have been powering our adventure for over 2 years now. The other day I decided to take the 3000 Pro down to the pirate ship now that that's in the water again. The 3000 Pro is the one I used to build the majority of the tiny house with, but now that we have a different unit in there for the long term, I can use this one to power more pirate ship adventures for this summer. Originally, having these power packs on my adventures was just about charging the camera equipment so I could keep filming. But as Spider-Man's uncle once said, with great power comes great responsibility. Or at least, with greater power, I've had greater abilities to do more creative things, like get rid of propane entirely from my adventure and use induction cookware, and with Jackery's high capacity and fast charging through solar panels, or even being able to plug into the wall and charge within 2 hours, it means I could spend more time having more adventures and less time worrying about where I'm going to get my power from. So no matter how big or how small your adventure is, if you need power, Jackery's got you covered. Check out the link in the description below. And even though I didn't have to bring one with me all the way up to Alaska for this adventure, Jackery's still at home, keeping the lights on for me. Now let's catch that fish.
Ooh. Let's see. Put it together.
I'm gonna load up your lure here with
Some.
stinky stuff.
Oh yeah. What does it smell like?
Not good.
I'd eat it. No. So we got something going on here. Mount power. Then we got our regular drag. We got our regular button to let it drop. Lock it. And then there's our pickup button. And
Crazy.
so,
That thing is like fancier than my car.
right? So we got,
Wow.
wow, that's super fast. And that was on slow.
Whoa.
So now it's a foot from the bead, so hopefully I'm reset and I got my speed. I'm gonna have to go with slow and drop and see what happens. Pound bottom a little bit.
Let's do
Catch a
it.
fish.
I'm using my old analog one here.
Your old trusty right hand is
Yeah.
is your reliance. Oh, it tells you it's going down too.
You're gonna be able to pull yours up so quick, and I'm still gonna be like,
Yeah, I'm at 30 right now. Like, I don't know what 30 means. 30 yards?
it could be fathoms. Well, no, fathom is 6 feet.
It could be. I don't know. Okay.
Let's race. You want to race?
You want to race?
Yeah, let's race.
All right.
Ready?
Ready?
1,
Set, go.
2, 3, go.
I'm already up to 23. I was down to 330 something, whatever those numbers are.
My arms get. Ah!
Oh, you beat me.
Ah! I don't know if
Did
I
you
was
make
as
it all the way
deep,
to the
though.
bottom though?
No.
I think I just hit bottom.
Whew.
And it beeped at me when it got to the top, which is really cool.
That is cool.
That's like, I'm pretty happy so far.
All right, let's go to shallower water.
I know I'm liking it when you're reeling it up and you don't need it. Right out so far, I like that. When you're reeling it up just because you aren't happy with your spot. Alright, we're gonna go to shallower water, just so we don't have to spend so much time. We got smaller jigs on, so we're trying for something smaller first, rockfish or halibut.
I didn't know it as I was dropping in because none of them actually fully committed to the bite, but it looks like the pollock were chasing the drop, which was pretty cool to be able to see on the camera when it came to the edit. Hold on to your barf bags. This is a pretty cool shot, but it is a little bit janky, so hopefully you guys don't get seasick watching this. It's kind of neat to see what we're doing here. You always wonder what's happening at the bottom when you're fishing, and this time we were able to get a nice little shot of that with the camera. So on top of the water, when that jig head hits the bottom, I feel the line go a little bit loose, and as the boat drifts, I'm just kind of janking it up and down and trying to feel for the bottom every single time the lure comes down. Thump the bottom, raise it up, work that curly tail, attract the fish, and get the bite. All that pounding of the bottom though does tend to get you hung up every so often, like right here. And look who came to visit. I believe it was a rockfish, but because I was hung up and wasn't going anywhere, he didn't see any good action and decided he wasn't going to waste his time on my baits and decided to head out. After only like 1 or 2 more drops, I got a good feel for the bottom and was banging the bottom like a pro and managed to hook up. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to get the hook set on the underwater camera for some reason.
I think I got something. I got a fish. Well, if I got a fish, then 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, there we go.
What do you got?
Yes!
You got a halibut.
I got a halibut.
You got a little tiny halibut. Look at
Look
that.
at that. All right, look at that. Our first one. All right. Is there a size?
There's not.
There's no size?
There is a daily limit.
I think we're gonna send this guy back because he's such a small guy, but he's beautiful, and I can't believe he went after this thing. Look at it. It's almost the size of him. Look at that. And then his white side there. Both the eyes on one side. All right, we'll unhook him and send him back to the deep. Goodbye, my first Alaskan fish. Get bigger. I'll come catch you next year. He's like so still. He didn't like go crazy or nothing. It felt weird. I was like, okay, do I got a stick or something? It's like he's not spinning that much. Too cool. Let's catch another one.
I'm glad you caught something.
Yeah, right off the go, huh?
Yeah.
That was quick.
It nuts being out here when it's this snowy. It's super
I know,
cool.
right?
It's really, really cool.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Is he still there? Oh yeah.
You're killing it.
Feels a little better than the last one, but... Oh yeah, another one. A little bigger.
Uh-huh.
Look at that.
It's another sandwich halibut.
Yeah. It's a nice looking one too. That's pretty. Let's keep it.
All right.
Maybe we can cook this guy up on the boat here and have a little boat snack. I name you Boat Snack. Tasty. Moving to a new spot. Ivan's hooking up the propane. We're gonna cook up Boat Snack so we can keep fishing for a little bit. Not too shabby for our first day out, catching 2 fish right off the go, but our goal while I'm here is that monster halibut. We want to catch a real sheet of plywood. I do see some stuff happening here. Just littler things. I guess we're gonna head up and around the corner to a spot. It's 1:30. With some shape to it. On the way here, I ended up missing my first flight. I couldn't find Alaskan Airlines. I took a right, and I should have taken a left at the Boston airport. It meant I missed the first flight, which I got pushed back, so I was at 12 hours waiting for my next set of flights. And then it's been just one flight after the next to Seattle, and then Anchorage, and then Then they weren't gonna let me on the plane coming this way because they couldn't find me in any of the records because their computer was down. So I ended up taking a red eye to get here, sleeping on all the planes that I went on. Because they got this really nice neck pillow thing. I always thought those were cheesy, but turns out they're really good. I slept my whole way here, but I am starting to feel that, catching up with me. It's back there wrestling with the propane.
We've got fire.
You got fire?
We got fire.
What do you have for cooking?
I got a pan.
Got a pan?
I got a frying pan.
Yeah.
I've got... Oh yeah, look at that.
There we go. Avocado oil?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Some avocado oil.
That's so great. Oh, I did bring, I brought you some of your treats that I got you, so we can cook it in some of those.
Oh, perfect.
So,
Some of your stuff?
Yeah, I brought some of the Wadobo and the Aces, and we got herbs, we got spices, we got oil. I got everything nice. I think there's something moving in and around. Yeah, he's coming up. Is he still there?
Yeah.
Do you see my jig?
I did. And then it changed. I see 2 lines going down. Something right down there at like 145 or 150 feet. It's just consistently staying right there, like swimming along underneath of the boat.
Oh, all right, there we go. There's a...
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know if it's better or... Oh!
It's a pollock.
A pollock, a nice sized pollock.
Yeah.
No way. Wild, look at that thing. Not the old harbor pollocks like Maine has.
Yeah.
Knocking out the species game. Look at that, knocking out the species game with a pollock. Look at that. Beautiful fish. He's trying to slap me. That's some beautiful colors on that fish. Whew.
A few days later over at Eivan's shop, we had saved one of these pollock and dried it out in the fridge overnight so it would make a good fish print. And using our brand new Gaiutaku kit, I managed to get a beautiful pollock print. And if you've been watching for a while, you know the routine. We're going to give this first print to a subscriber who's left it in the comments below. I'm watching the entire episode. The only thing we're going to do different here is day 2 is going to be over on Eivan's channel, and that's where we're going to draw the winner. So make sure you go there and watch episode 2 on his channel, and we'll announce the winner of this pollock fish print on that episode.
You know, we were skeptical about this light thing, and I'm not bragging, but Eivan, I got the light on there, and that's 2.
I know.
You know?
3 fish.
And I really feel like, yeah, 3 actually, right? Yeah. I can't imagine the electric reel. They know that that's on here all the way at the bottom, so I'm pretty sure it doesn't have anything to do with that.
He's not choosing.
No, they're not like, oh, I want to get hauled up by that. I'm too classy for somebody hand reeling. Yeah. Eivan put out a rig for salmon. And let's see if we got one. That's what that we think that marker is. Midway in the water column, 75 feet. I'm seeing it at 120. Or is that, I wonder, you think that's what yours at 125? And there's stuff again on the bottom.
No, this is at 75.
That's your 75?
Yeah.
Maybe go down.
Yeah.
I would say go down. Yeah, there's like 3 of them down there at 125. All right, well, I'm gonna make us a boat snack.
There you go.
Well, we troll along for a little bit of salmon. Got some new goodies for cleaning the fish. Filet Away sent me this. It's a mat with like rubbery fingers on it, and that they've been kind of invented to make fish cleaning easier. Let's see if it is. And a new fillet knife. I like their logo. Look at that. See, it's got the little skeleton head with an orange hat, orange beard, cool orange knife. Right up my alley, huh? Perfect. All right. Only little thing. Not too much on those guys, is there?
Not too much.
supposed to be very cleanable. So just, can't quite reach. See if we don't go over the side. There we go. It hit the water. Boom, she cleans right out. And it's made out of stuff that doesn't smell. Cool. I wanted to print this one, but just have to catch another. We need more than just that one little fillet for a snack. Well, not a ton on that halibut either, and I kind of made a mess of cutting it.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Once they cook up, they're gonna fry up into little meat pieces.
Yep. That one will
just gonna look good on the plate.
Yeah, it's just gonna come apart like little meat salad.
Yeah.
Nice. That is slick. Oh, you got cornmeal?
You got cornmeal, oatmeal. Let's see the rice.
Oh, you got all kinds of nifty stuff.
That's
in here.
Kodiak, that's pancake mix. Some Kodiak cakes, pancake mix.
Oh, let's do that.
That might be good, huh?
Let's do the pancake mix.
Let's do it.
Got some of that pancake mix. We'll throw some of this Ace's First Cast seasoning in there. Throw in our fish. Ba-doom. Ba-doom. First Alaskan catches. Yeehaw.
Out on the water.
Shake off our excess batter. Aha! We're cooking out on the boat. How cool is that? I mean, I've cooked on my boat before back in Maine, but like, it's a cramped space. You're sitting there. Oh, can you hand me something? Climb up and doing this and doing that. This is just like, I'm in a galley on the boat cooking.
Kind of bougie, huh?
Yeah, pretty bougie. I was like, I haven't cooked on a boat, but then I remember my pirate ship, but that's like a house boat.
Yeah.
Like, it's so big and so flat and just so much kitchen and so much everything. Let's see, what do we got for utensils? Got a plastic for the beef. Oh yeah. This is gonna be delicious.
Yeah.
All right,
Wow,
snacks ready. We say grace, mine?
Yes. No.
Lord, thank you for this food and the catches so far. Bless the rest of our adventure with bigger ones as we go. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
All right.
Thank you.
Woo!
There's just something about hot, fresh fish that.
I couldn't tell you which one is which. They kind of broke up in the pan.
They're both
Can you
white
tell the
fish.
difference?
Let's see. I think this one's the halibut. Well, actually, I don't think I can. The pollock actually is a flake. Got the bigger flakes.
Is that what the difference?
That's going to be the pollock.
That's the pollock. Okay. They're both good.
Both so good. People in Alaska, I feel like, turn their nose up at pollock because we're used to getting like super, super high-end fish. But honestly, I think it's really good.
Oh yeah. At home we have harbor pollock, but they rarely get them like the size of mackerel, like small mackerel. Like they're not big, but they're good. They stink. Unlike this one didn't stink. Like they smell like they're really stinky little things. But it's not too much because we're going home after this, and I get to meet the rest of the fam. And have dinner with them. But a great little snack and a great little first trip out.
Starter on the day.
Yeah.
Shake the kinks out. Cool. Well, I'm gonna motor past this point, and then maybe we're gonna have to pull gear and start heading back to the harbor.
Sounds good. And I think we'll call it there. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more adventures. Fowler.
More adventures.
Kilcher. Fowler. Kilcher. Out. See you in the next one. Alright, so we just saw a pheasant. Got the hornet, the new hornet I just brought with me. I brought you a clear one.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, just past his nose.
Yeah, you gotta headshot him.
Yeah.
We were trying to get a roadside snack here. There's feral pheasants all over the place in Homer. They are delicious. They are delicious. But you can't always get them.